So I'm going to make the case for podcasting, whether we're talking about a company or we're talking about a local church or any type of a ministry. Why do podcasting? Meetings are one of the biggest wastes ever. There's in manufacturing, some guy wrote, he was in research and development, the 7 wastes of manufacturing. And if you can remember all of the 7 wastes of manufacturing, then it will change your life, because it's difficult to remember them all. They're like, what is it? Waiting, over-processing, inventory. There's just 7 wastes, and I've got them written down in my wallet, and I still can't think of them all at the top of my head, because basically everything that we do is a waste. And so stop doing everything, and then you'll no longer be wasteful. That's kind of what it comes down to. You have to really be clean and efficient to eliminate all waste. And that's why many are called, but few are chosen. That's manufacturing. In an organization, one of the biggest wastes, overstaffing is of course a big waste, but so are meetings. Meetings are one of the most expensive things in any organization. You have all of that manpower. If you've got 100 people in the room for 1 hour, that's 100 man hours. We're taking all those man hours and we're putting them into one single place. And that is incredibly wasteful. Meetings are a huge waste. What's the solution? Blogs and podcasts. Put your blogs and put your podcasts in your company, in your organization. If you're a pastor, tell people to listen to your sermon before they arrive on Sunday morning, and then have a massive group discussion about it. The people that didn't listen to the podcast, the sermon, aren't going to know what's going on. Podcasts have been very convenient for this purpose. A lot of companies have internal podcasts. When you have a company meeting, people can raise their hands and you can get more to the meat of it all. People know a lot. People understand a lot. We have Wikipedia. Young people, they want to learn something, they use Google, they use Wikipedia, they learn it very, very quickly. Many times, teachers accuse students of being ADD or unable to pay attention, when actually the teacher's just teaching too slow. People can learn at an incredibly fast pace because we already know so much. The more you learn, the faster you learn. This is not 100 years ago when the pastor was the smartest guy in the town. Nowadays, the average person, the average high school student sitting in a church pew can know more about the Bible and about life in the world than a pastor knew about life in the world and the Bible 100 years ago. So we need to hurry up and get to the point, not waste people's time. If you have one man giving one message to a group of 100, 200, 500, 800, 5,000 people, that's a lot of waste for people getting together in one room just to hear one person talk. Have that talk beforehand, and when you get to that room, have people raise their hands and share and ask questions. Maybe at most give a 15-minute recap, but even then, if you've got the leader giving a 15-minute monologue at a meeting, he better not be on their salary, as I've explained, or he's going to open up some problems. The CEO of a company, if it's a manufacturing company, that CEO needs to be an engineer. That was General Motors' history during the successful years. If someone's trained in management itself, then he's not going to know how to identify with the people that he's leading. If we're talking about a local church, the pastor, if he's giving a monologue at their meetings, if he's even giving a 15-minute talk at the large group meeting, he needs to not be on their salary. He should not be on their payroll. He should be earning his own money. A man cannot teach Christians how to make money in a world of non-Christians and how to get along with non-Christians and share Jesus with non-Christians if that man isn't doing the same thing all week long. It's a practice. It's not a theory. So podcasting really opens the opportunity for us to save time and for us to make sure that when we are together, that the people who are actually doing what we're talking about at the meeting and who are actually facing real life problems and having real life successes in what we're talking about at the meeting, then the meeting will go much more effectively. The motivational speaking or the company training or the teaching or modular training, that can be done through podcasting and through blog posting that people can get throughout the week. Don't waste time at people's meetings. Meetings should be for discussion. Anything else should be sent out in a memo, a blog post, or a podcast. That is the case for podcasting and blogging in any organization.